Bread and Bordy here, back with a new world video, dude. Beta is live. We can play the game. We can talk about the game, everything about it. It's insane. We've had a ton of fun today, and we're gonna bring you a brand new video over a crit chance and critical damage modifiers. New World does it very interestingly, I think. Is interestingly word, Brody? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's good enough.
All right, fine. Fine. So yeah, Bordy, take it away with the first bit of information here.
Yeah, man. So critical chance and critical damage modifiers in New World are important stats. It's going to help you get the most out of your damage. So in New World, both of these are greatly influenced by the weapons you have equipped. So at this time, both your primary and your secondary weapon is going to affect your base values of crit chance and critical damage modifier. So we're going to go over the values of each of those weapons right now, Red.
All right, so here's the thing, boys, and this is how the game lays this out. Is every weapon has a set static amount of these things. So Spear has 5% crit chance and 1.3% critical damage modifier. So whether you pick up a spear that's tier 1 or tier 5, you're always going to see this particular stat. So the bow has a 5% crit chance and a 1.3% damage modifier, crit damage modifier. And here's what's unique about the bow and the musket, Bordy, is that if you hit a headshot, it's always a crit. So that's kind of a little bit different than other weapons.
Right. Even the other ranged weapons, like your magic ranged weapons, do not do that.
Right.
But the bow and the musket do. Yeah.
Right. So just the dex-based bow and musket. So Fire Staff is a 4% chance to crit, baseline, and then a 1.2 times damage modifier. Rapier is a 5% chance to crit and a 1.4% damage modifier. Great Axe is a 3% to crit and a 1.4 times damage modifier. You have your musket. Again, it has a 5% chance for crit, or 2% chance for crit, excuse me, but it does crit all the time on headshots. Now, this is crazy in PvP. It's very powerful. 1.3 times damage modifier. You have your Life Staff, which is, again, a magical weapon that you basically can hit anywhere on the body. You will have a 2% chance to crit and a 1.2% damage modifier. On the Hatchet, you have a 4% chance to crit and 1.4 times damage modifier. On the Warhammer, you have a 2% chance to crit and a 1.2% damage modifier. Ice Gauntlet, 3% chance crit and a 1.3% damage modifier. And then Sword and Shield, 3% chance to crit and a 1.3% damage modifier. And that comes from the sword. That's important to note. Your shield really is kind of a stat stick in a way. Obviously, you can block with it, but it doesn't have any it doesn't affect your crit hit or crit damage modifier. It basically reads the same as a sword, but all of your statistics are coming from your sword, not the shield. So Bordy, this is interesting, and we can talk a little bit about this to kind of close the video. All these are static. Doesn't matter whether you're picking up a level 1 sword right off the beach, or if you're grinding out in-game activities. You're always going to have that same base crit chance and crit damage modifier on your weapon.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if it's an orichalcum sword or the very first sword, like you said, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so it's not like it scales or you get increased critical chance or an increased critical chance modifier the higher tier weapon you have. It's always the same. It does not matter what level you are, what tier weapon you're using. Yeah.
Now, it's important to note that a lot of these stats are going to be modified into your skill trees. So obviously some weapons just have better crit chance modifiers and crit damage modifiers built into the skill tree, which makes obviously the weapon, more beneficial to build around crit. But overall, Bordy, these are the baselines. Guys, let us know in the comments below what you think about this system in New World. I think it's a very interesting one, and it's important to note because if you are alarmed at the 2% chance to crit on a musket, well, if you're accurate, if you're a FPS player, I mean, your chances are much higher with hitting those headshots. So I think overall, pretty skillful play involved with the musket and the bow.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, the notification bell for more New World content like this. And don't forget to check out New World Fans. This guide that we went through is all in written form, and you'll see this video underneath it as well. And we plan on getting more of these quick guides up for you over there at New World fans, as well as videos about some information that you need to know about New World. So thanks again, guys, for supporting us and watching us, especially to our patrons. You'll see a list after the video, and we'll see you in the next one.